I know this is the time that everyone is tuning into YouTube. We are keeping ourselves occupied. If it's not YouTube, it's probably Instagram or any other form of social media to keep us occupied. This is quite an interesting season. This is quite an interesting time that we live in, and during this time I'm holding on to the word like never before. But I also do realize that it's such a good time for us to reset on life. It's such a good time for us to think of those business plans and think of those things that we always wanted to implement. And during this time, it's also, quite interesting. After this, actually, it's going to be quite interesting what the comeback is going to be. I know for me personally, I've been jotting down stuff and I've been thinking of ways and means that I want to change things up for myself. But I also think it's such a good time. We do not know what our financial situation is going to be after this. We don't know, for small businesses, what it will be like. And I think it's also a good time to boost your own finances. And by doing so, you can do a side hustle. So I've spoken about side hustles previously on this channel, was how to start a side hustle. Today I thought, let me give you suggestions, let me give you a few things to think about. Most of the stuff I have tried myself, and I can maybe give a bit more information about it, but it's also nice to know that someone tried it and tested it and it worked or it didn't work. And the first thing I want to talk about is the babysitting services. Now, this is something that I think, especially for anybody that that have time on their hands. So when I just started working and prior to kids, I had some time to kill, and so I did babysitting. I did babysitting from for kids younger than, I think it was younger than 5 or 8. I did my own advert on Gumtree. At that time, Gumtree was still, it was killing at that time. Now I think it's Instagram and obviously Facebook and all those other platforms. But the way you can do it now is that it's so easy. It's so convenient for you to do it now, because you create an IG account. You can, you can even up your skill by, by downloading an app where people can actually see if you're available, see the rates. There's so many ways to do it. While I'm sitting here, I'm just thinking that it's all downloading to me now while I'm busy telling you. But you can even do like reports to parents, telling parents every hour what the child has been up to. You can combos to parents. For example, you charge hourly rates, but if they take more than 2 hours, you, for example, give them a 5% discount, 10% discount. You can even grow this into a business. That is how big this can go. I think that for parents, it's so good to know, or to have peace of mind, knowing your child is taken care of, but also it's an environment where your child wants to go back to. And by babysitting services, you can have a full-time job, and you can, for example, do it over weekends, or you can even have evenings in the week that you have your services available for parents. I am literally having a download of how you can do it. And the funny thing is, every time I think of a business idea or a side hustle idea, it's like I get the download so badly that I actually want to do it, and I'm just like, breathe, no, pass the bucket. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is entertainment for children's parties. And that is something I also did. That I did when I wasn't married yet, and I also had time to kill. And I think there was really a hustler born within. Like, there's a hustler here inside of me that has been here since birth, because even apart from me selling stuff at primary school and high school, looking of ways and means to to make an extra dollar or extra buck. And also I think it comes from the fact that we grew up in an environment where my mother couldn't always provide, so I was always like thinking of the next best way to make a dollar. So with being a child entertainer, you basically go to kiddies parties, and you can also set up your business this way. IG account, maybe do it for 1 or 2 parties, do it for free. You can go dressed up in your gear. You can be depending on the theme of the party, you can obviously go get dressed up. Days of clowns are gone. We are no longer clowns. We are now upgraded. We are now stepping into, being baby shark. We are being, there's so many things that you can do as entertainer. But we used to go and we used to entertain the kids. Like, we would go there. the parents would go have a seat with the rest of the parents, have conversations and tea, while we are entertaining the kids. So we would do games, we would do, chill games where you run with kids, where you play with them. That way you get your 2 hours of exercise in, 1 or 2 hour exercise in. You also get to make an income. So there you kill two birds with one stone. You manage to get your exercise in for the week, and you manage to make an extra buck. The third thing that I would something that I've also done is that I used to be a brand rep, or I used to resell products. So I used to actually sell Avon. I did it for 2 or 3 months, and believe it or not, there is quite some money in selling Avon. I did it for about 2 to 3 months, and the reason I stopped was because I was doing it together with starting Hoppity. So at that time, I went for the one that made the biggest profit. And with Avon, it took up a bit of my time, took up a bit more time than what it did with the selling and the reselling of the wholesale clothing. So as a brand rep, and I think for us, for Hoppity Apparel, we also had the same services, or the same offer, where we had brand reps that sold our products. We no longer have them because of the business route we are busy changing to. But it makes so much sense, because people and people know people. And I think with that is that your service level, your level of service delivery has to be different, because everybody's selling it. But what is going to set you apart? And with that is, it's always quite easy. You go to the client, you are just the middle, you are just basically the courier services, if I can put it that way. So you deal directly with a wholesaler, you get the discounts, you take it to the client, and the client gives you the money. You obviously have to have things in place in order for you to get your money, and in order for you to get the items to the client as promised. So I think if you do that differently, and it sets you apart. What I did, I remember what I did with my Avon people. I like within 3 months, it grew so much for me with Avon. What I would do is, I would, for example, put, like, in the first month, I put notes in there for everyone, like cute little notes. Thank you so much for your purchase, but handwritten notes. I appreciate your business, blah, blah, blah. Second month, I would add like a little, maybe like a little chocolate, small chocolate in there. And the third month, I added a product or two in there, because you get to buy products at a discounted rate. So for you to build that relationship with your clients, you sometimes have to give that something away for free. Another thing that I would also recommend is mobile services. Now, mobile services can be anything from hair, beauty, makeup. There's so many mobile services, but I think it comes with the convenience. So for me, if somebody tells me, I would love to come, I can come do your hair at your place, that's a win. Like, thank you very much, please do come. And add your fuel, your petrol in the price. Important thing is, in business, is everybody can do what you are doing, but you have to make sure that you have that thing that sets you apart. And if it's just you and people buying you, and you as the brand, then amazing, because well done to you. But also make sure that that one thing that sets you apart is something that they cannot find anywhere else. So if you, for example, go out to people's homes, maybe personalize your the experience for the person. It might be in their home, but for example, do personalized towels. Make sure when you get there, you set up with clean products. You set up with maybe branded products, not personalized, branded products. Branded towel, for example. Don't go with your normal shampoos and conditioners. Maybe put it in nice containers. Just add experience to it. When the person sits down, even if it's in their own home, they're sitting on your pillow, but it's your company branded pillow, they're sitting, just try to do things that makes you different and makes people want the experience. It has to be something that's going to make people want to post and repost. So by doing so, people obviously going to get the word out there. And with mobile services, mobile services for hair, and like I mentioned, beauty and all of that, I think mobile services for laundry, it has been increasing quite a bit. I would pay you. I would pay a person that is willing to come to my house, fetch my laundry, and to deliver it again. There is a need and there is a business in that. And I say that, and coming from someone that is really busy, and someone that that has, with a family of 5, so there's always washing. And I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes when there's washing, I just feel like, it just, I just need it to be clean. I feel like clean washing, clean environment, it does something to my soul. And so if you are that person, then obviously that would be something amazing. And there's your client base already. So with the laundry services, what you could also do differently, for example, is you can collect the stuff, and you can maybe, when you collect the items from your clients, you can maybe put it in your basket, and you can maybe have each basket or a box, have a box with the person's name on. So when you go and you do the washing, you bring it back and it's boxed, branded, box that feels a bit more like a gift. You kind of do stuff differently. Put the shirts or whatever, how you package all the white stuff together. Or I'm just trying to think of ways as I'm talking to you. Just do it differently. I want people to want to come to you to do their laundry. Then there's the one thing that I'm busy doing now, and that is to start a YouTube channel. So for me, I've been doing this now for 2 years. In Feb, it was 2 years, and my channel actually didn't grow within the first year. I think I only saw growth in the second year. And with saying that, the growth was only when I started becoming consistent. So I feel like the algorithm only picks up consistency. Literally, it picks up on consistency. And at the moment, I'm on a 1 week, I do it once a week, and I've seen a improvement in the subscribers. It is, however, you only make money from 1,000 subscribers, and your level of content always has to be amazing enough for you to be able for people to come back and for you to get the views. So this requires more work, but do it as a passion. I am doing this video, I'm not getting monetized for it. I've got less than 1,000 subscribers, but it's a passion. It's a passion of mine. It's something I love doing. It's information and knowledge I have, and by getting it out to you, you can now, you can activate it and you can make an income. So basically, it's adding value to people's lives, and by adding value to people's lives, people would in turn obviously subscribe, because they want to always see it. So they want to always get updated information of how they can grow, how they can develop, things you've done. And it's always so nice because you always get to learn from people. And that is why YouTubers actually make a living off this. You can promote for brands. There's so many things that you can do once you have mastered this level. Another thing that I also think is important, and saying this with YouTubing and saying this in line with YouTubing, is whatever skill you have, if you are an expert in, for example, hair or cooking is a good example. If you're an expert in cooking, believe me, there's people like myself who would pay for a nice cooking class with my friends. If I can come to your place and we can be 10 or 5 people, and we are just going to chat around and chill around, and we are just going to be talking about, we're going to network, but then we're also going to learn how to make food, believe me, you're going to get people. You can even upload it on Airbnb, because they've got the section now where you can, as an activity, so when people book accommodation, there's a pop-up that says activity, and people will then, if your people booked in your area, they will then see your advert as something they can do. So you'll have people constantly coming in for that activity. If you braid hair well, if you do hair well, if you do nails well, if there is something that you're an expert in, and you know that whatever skills you have, you want to teach people, I would say go into it. The further it gets, the better. You can even get to the point where you actually have a platform where people go study, they register online, they pay online, and that you can actually do that once you have grown so much so that it becomes a full-time business, that you actually leave your job and your side hustle becomes your full-time business. then you can actually start uploading the courses. You can have it online, and you're going to get to the point where you are not going to be the person that's going to do it, but you're going to hire people to do it. And that is the thing about side hustling, is that sometimes it becomes an actual career. I know that is what happened to me. And sometimes it also just it becomes a side hustle and it stays there. But it also depends on the amount and the level of effort you put into it, and if and whether you want it to become a full-time job. In the beginning of the year with my vision board, I mentioned to you guys that I am working on my side hustles. I want to have 7 streams of income. It is my desire, and I thought, let me do this video. Let me talk about my experience and what I've done as experience now. But I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you are gonna actually implement it and make some dollar. Have a great day further. Mwah. Love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe or like this video. Bye.